It has been 1 week, and I'm missing Doctor Who already. What's it going to be like in 2019 when we have to wait a whole year? A whole year. But anyway, at the moment we still have some Doctor Who left, so let's be cheerful and happy and look on the bright side of life. Welcome, ladies and lords, to another Tandem Yeti video where today I will be reviewing the whole of Series 11 of Doctor Who. It's a week since we watched the finale, and I've only seen each episode once, so I won't be the best reviewer. If you're looking for a kind of in-depth review of all different aspects of it, then I'm not the best person to watch, but I will be deciding which episode was my favourite and discussing a whole load bunch of things and each character in the series and so on. I've decided that I won't count the specials in a series. I'll count them as one-offs. So I'll still do a review for this New Year's special later on, which I'm really, really excited for. So I guess we will start reviewing the series by choosing what is my favourite episode of the series. So let's go through all the episodes. So I'm not checking anything. I'm literally going it through memory. So the first episode was the woman who fell to earth, where they landed in Sheffield and they met Tim Shaw, the eventual main bad guy of the series. So this was a good episode. I thought it was a strong episode, a really good opener. I won't kind of review the episode because I've already done a review for each singular episode. So if you want to watch them, please go check them out. So we have the introduction to Tim Shaw in the episode, which I thought that he wasn't the most baddest villains. He wasn't the most OP villains that just can destroy everything and end the world like Daleks and stuff. But he was okay. He was an okay villain. He didn't really have many kind of character development or backstories. We saw this scene where what's her name? Grace, Amazing Grace, dies in the crane scene, which was which we didn't get to know a character that much, but I think it was quite a good emotional scene because the way they did it afterwards with the funeral and the YouTube video was really well. And as we know, Grace, the more character story will come to that later on. I think I'll speed up the video going through the ones. So then we had the Ghost Monument, is where they introduced a new TARDIS, which is really exciting. They went to that alien planet where it was Tim Shaw had gone there or something like that. Can't exactly remember. Oh yeah, I remember. They were doing that kind of like Hunger Games type thing where they were trying to get to the end of the to the Ghost Monument in time to do that challenge. Bit weird. Don't know what that challenge was. It's kind of like Taskmaster in space. I don't know. Your task is to beat the other person. I don't know what I'm doing. And the next episode was Rosa, which was really, really good. I loved the loads of great references to loads of things that I liked, like Banksy, and the most prominent one was, of course, Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King, and all the people to do with the Black Civil Rights movement thing that happened. So that was a really interesting episode. It taught me a lot about what it was like then back in America and stuff, and I thought it was very, very interesting. So then the episode after that was I can't say it, arachnids in the UK, and I've got arachnophobia, and so I'm scared of spiders. So you would think that episode would scare me, but I didn't get scared that much by that episode. I don't know why. This episode, I don't really remember it that well. There weren't too many scenes that stuck out for me to be able to talk about. So after arachnids in the UK, we had the fifth episode, which was oh my god, I can't remember what the fifth episode was. Huh. What was it? We had the Arachnids in the UK, and then after that, it's just completely Was that the Demons of Punjab episode? Oh, I remember that is the Sharanga Conundrum. The Sharanga Conundrum, which was a weird episode with the Pating in it, I think it was called. The weird little funny creature that looked like a Pokemon. The name sounds like a Pokemon as well, which is quite interesting. So that episode is weird. Kind of um, some good lines in it, but not really ones that stick out that much. We had the weird, and then I don't know. So after the sixth episode, oh dear, I'm not doing very well now, am I? Is the sixth episode the Demons of Punjab? Is it or isn't it? Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. Editor, remember to edit this bit out. Yes, it turns out that oh, I remember now. It's the next episode is the Demons of the Punjab, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it is. So I'll just assume that it is. That episode was very interesting, but back in past, I never heard of the partition of India before in my life, and I think that we should be taught about these things and about different countries like India and stuff, than kind of because all in school the history we learn is like Russia, America, and Britain, and that's pretty much it that we learn about in history in school. Pretty much, I think that's it. Like we don't learn about any other countries, which I'd really like to do, but fortunately, we don't do that. So I was glad to see this episode and learn about the history of India, which I had no idea what that was. So I'm glad to find that out. It was a very interesting plot line with Yaz's family and some quite heartfelt scenes, and it was kind of special for Remembrance Day. And then what the episode after that was Kablam, which I just remember the Agatha Christie reference. I think that was my favourite part. That's really it. The kind of nice looking rooms in it, and good plot twist with it turned out the nice man turned out to be the bad guy, which was quite good. The ninth episode was It Takes You Away, which was that weird episode with the portals and the anti-zone with the blind person, which was really cool. Really like that one. And the 10th episode is weird only having 10 episodes. The 10th episode was the Battle of Kranskor Alskolo. I don't even know. That was the 10th one. So that one was really exciting, and it had Tim Shaw in it again, and he was a little bit better. Look, they managed to make him older, and I think the blue was less prominent, and it was kind of gone a bit more grey. I'm not entirely sure of that though. So overall, I think it was a really good series. I think the middle episodes were the worst, kind of the ones at the beginning and the end were the best. So then, now it is time to give my favourite episode, which is not my favourite episode, which is, drumroll please, dun 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 dun. It Takes You Away. That was very hard to choose, but I think I have chosen that one because it had all the developments with Graham and Grace, and it had the Antizone. I really liked all the different weird creatures and the weird guy that was inside it. So sad he died so soon, and it had plot twists and characters deciding different things, and a good mystery in it. So that's why that is, I think, the best episode of the series, and I think it's one of the ones that jumps to mind when I think of Series 11. So then, now it's time for the characters that are in Series 11. One of the ways that they advertised this series after the episode was they showed all these special side characters in each episode, kind of like special guests, which I thought was kind of weird, but okay. The only kind of special guest that I knew who was Lee Mack, I think he's on Would I Lie to You? Is he? I'm not sure. I think he is. I don't know. Which he wasn't in it that much. Just thought he was quite funny. So then the main characters, the main companions, I don't know whether they'll be the same in 2020. Were Yasmin Cole. Do you want to Yasmin Cole? No, I'm getting Tozen Cole, Yasmin Cole, Yasmin Khan, I think. The Sisters of Khan. That's a Doctor Who thing, right? Yasmin. There was Yasmin. There was Ryan. That's it. And there was Graham. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. Yaz, Ryan, and Graham. That's it. Okay. So let's start with Yasmin. I think. She had kind of one episode about her past, like, which was good, like one episode, but there weren't. I think she was the least used character in series 11, um, because they had the whole thing with Ryan and Graham being relatives, and their whole relationship with Grace being dead, and Ryan calling Graham granddad and stuff. So Yasmin, she was kind of separate from the others because all the others, like Graham and Ryan, were related, and then she was just kind of there as well. Like, how did she end up being with Graham? I call it Graham. I was gonna say Graham and Ryan, and they accidentally said Graham instead. So Brian, I think Brian called her because she works for the police. It kind of only talked about her working for the police in the first episode, and they didn't really carry that on in the future. I think the BBC have made a fake website with like her case files on there or something. I think that I read that they've done that somewhere. I think it was in an email that I got. So the next character Ryan, he was a nice character. I think Graham was the most used character, so Ryan was the least used of Graham and Ryan. So I thought that there's not much to say about him really. Actually, he might have been used less than Yaz actually, because did he have an episode all about his past? No, he didn't really, and he didn't. What did Ryan work at? Did he worked in a factory, didn't he? I'm not sure. Yeah, I've changed my mind. Yasmin isn't the Lee Shoes character. It's Ryan, because I don't know much about him. There's a whole thing where he's trying to learn to ride a bike, and he had that thing. Was it just back series? That was called. I can't remember. Yeah, he had that thing where he's trying to ride the bike um, and stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about him. He was a good character, and the best character, the best companion, I think, was definitely Graham. Bradley Walsh's acting was amazing. I don't think now when I see him, I don't think of the chase, which is unusual. I think of Doctor Who, which means he did a really good job, really good acting, which is amazing. I did not know that he was an actor, which is uh, really nice to discover people's hidden talents. So that was very good. So his story, he was trying to cope with the death of Grace, which he was trying to do for the whole series, and it left different scenes with him being sad and mentioning it. And then in the final episode, he was like, "I'm gonna kill this Tim Shaw, whatever happens, because he killed Grace, and I need to get revenge." But then it showed that then the episode showed him coping with that and deciding that he wasn't actually going to do that and coping with that, and instead trapping him in a cage for infinity. I talk about that more in the whole view of the series. And finally, the Doctor. Yes, the Doctor was played by Jodie Whittaker, which I'll still be able to talk about probably in the second series. And sorry about that. I had to stop the video for a bit and then start again, and I completely forgotten what I was talking about. So sorry if I was halfway through a sentence. It's embarrassing. So then, where were we? I was talking about Jodie Whittaker. That's right. I was talking about Jodie Whittaker being the Doctor, and this is very obvious point. First female Doctor, and I think what a start for the female Time Lord as the Doctor, which I think was really good. She was a really good actor, but I think that we only got to see a kind of sadder, more serious side in the last few episodes, like 8, 9, 10. Oh wait, oh, I missed an episode. I missed an episode when I was listing the episodes. I missed the Witchfinder episode. How could I miss that? How could I forget about that? That was, how could I forget about that episode? That episode was my favourite episode, everyone. Oh dear, if people stop watching that's his favourite episode, that's wrong. I don't know how I could forget about that, because that is honestly my favourite episode with all the witches and stuff. Anyway, Jodie Whittaker. So yeah, the last few episodes, her acting got more serious and stuff. She was too kind of chirpy and over the top, which is good for the Doctor. I like the Doctor having that, but she was like that all the time, constantly. And it seemed to be just too easy for her to defeat the monster. She's like, oh, I know how to defeat the monster. And then bam, she did it. So it was good later on when it got a bit harder for her, which was nice. And also, she, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the costume. I really liked the Jodie Whittaker's costume. Kind of nice, kind of coat and loads of different colours and stands out and makes you catch your attention. And also, I think that I have accepted Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor now, which is really good. Because at first I was kind of a little bit weird. I thought it was a little bit weird having females as Doctor. Like, nothing bad, but just a little bit weird because we've had 12 male Doctors and then suddenly female. Like, why is that so disproportionate? Is it more likely for one Time Lord to be one gender than another when they regenerate, or I don't know why that happened. Maybe it'd be really interesting with the 14th Doctor, by the way, to see what gender they'll be. So then, I think that's it now that I can say for the series. We had some great times, everyone, and I will be back soon reviewing the New Year's special episode. What's it called? Remembrance? No, something beginning with R. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, because if you didn't, then you've just wasted about, I don't know, 20 minutes of your life. Thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye.